Jermaine Whitehead, I mean, that was really a question on the streets of New York. I mean, the streets of New Orleans. How about this? He was ejected for this, huh, Dean?
It was a question on the streets in Green Bay too, a little different from the streets in New Orleans, but open hand slap, and again, it's a foul. Obviously, it's a 15-yard penalty for unnecessary roughness. But to me, and I don't want to speak for you, but I think you agree, this is not an ejection. We've always talked about a punch, a kick, fighting to an ejected player. An open hand shot really, unless it's a situation where the game was getting out of hand and this was to keep things under control, which this was not the case. This is something that, again, 15-yard penalty, absolutely, but to throw the player out in that situation, I thought that was, that was over the top.
I mean, I think this is a result, too, of this new rule about the helmet contact and everybody talking about ejections. And I think what concerns me is, and not that it's this particular game in this situation, but the fact that New York can weigh in on this, too. Now, the officials supposedly called it an ejection on the field. I mean, I'd like to think that if you or I were still in there, even though the standard has changed a bit, that we would have said no, because as you said, we've been pretty specific, closed fist. I mean, that's one thing we always talked about, a kick, even a swing and a miss. If you actually close your fists and swing and miss, it's still a foul for unsportsmanlike conduct, but never really reaching this ejection stage like in this case. Open slap. I don't think so.
And like you said, the process, the officials call the foul on the field. They decide to eject, and New York confirms, and New York can say, no, we're going to keep the player in the game. And obviously they felt it was egregious enough. But I agree, you and I, if we were in that seat, would have kept him in the game.